Good morning, students. Let's start today's class. Today, we will discuss the last topic of the chapter landforms, that is, the landforms and the people. So, what's the relation between the landforms and the people? What the impact on the life of people who are living on different landforms, especially either on the mountains or on the plains? And it is directly connected with the type of or the structure of the landform. What type of landform is? So, as far as concerned with the mountains and plains, we already know what the structure is, what type of structure or what the formation of these landforms are. As mountains are the elevated land, elevated part of the earth crust, which are taller and steeper than the surrounded area, whereas plains are a comparatively flat surface with is situated at a low altitude. So it is very obvious that the life is too much easier on plains in comparison to mountains. Everything we get very easily in plains, but the life on mountains is very difficult, it is too hard. So different aspects are there in which the plains or to live on plains or to have a life on plain is how beneficial in comparison to mountains. Let's discuss about it. First, if we see about the agriculture, to practice agriculture on plain is easy as the plains are formed by the deposition of the alluvials, which makes the soil fertile and favorable for to do agriculture. Whereas on mountains it is very difficult. First, the surface is not even, it is rugged and rocky. Then the soil is also not favorable to do it. Again, the structure or the landform or the formation of land is also slopy, so it is very difficult to do agriculture. Wherever the land is available, they do the terrace farming. What is terrace farming? Suppose this is a land, part of land in which the land is make available or to arrange in a shape of a stairs. Step of the stairs are there. So they cultivate or to grow the crops there. In the form of a steps, they just make the land and then do the agriculture. This is called as a terrace farming, in which the land is arranged in the form of a terrace. Whereas the land is flat, so it is very easy to practice agriculture on plains. Next one is for the transport and communication. Regarding the construction of road or the railway tracks, it is very easy and simpler for the construction of the roadways and the railways. But it is too much difficult on the mountains to construct it, as it is conical in shape, the slopes are steep, so they have to make the roads in a circular form, as it is not possible to construct a road from in a slopy surface from the top to the towards the down. So again the plains are favorable to settle here in comparison to the mountains. Next one is establishment of industries. To establish any industry, certain factors are there which are responsible or in favor to establish. There is evident large number of laborers are required to work in the factory or in an industry. Then large supply of water, electricity, raw material, and many more things are there. Large area of land which they it is available in ample amount on the plains and are not will not get on the mountains. So again the plain is favorable for the establishment of industries. When we talk about the settlement and the population, as the life is easier than the mountains, so large number of people settled there. They have their life on the plains. They get their occupation here, which is very easy to do. Then agriculture, they can do practice agriculture. They can engage themselves in the industries. They can engage in such type of work. So we will find there is a large settlements on the plains. The plains are thickly populated, densely populated, large number of people are there in comparison to mountains, as they are thinly populated, less populated, or the sparsely populated area. But in spite of that, as the life is more easier and simpler on plains, mountains are not less advantageous. Many of the advantages are there on the mountains also. What? First, it acts as a barrier. Barrier means to stop it. In which way? It protects us from the enemies, first thing. Then again comes as a barrier between man to man contact, and also it stops the cold or the hot wind that is coming from the opposite direction. Then favorable climatic condition. As we know, when we reach to a higher altitude, the temperature decreases. When we reach up to a height, the temperature decreases. So being a healthy weather condition or the climatic condition, it is one of the attraction for the tourist. You students are also visiting time to time in your vacations, especially to the hilly areas, because of the pleasant and the soothing climatic condition. Then cattle rearing. Though the surface is rugged and rocky, but it is favorable for the cattle to graze. So cattle, the mountains are used for the cattle rearing. Rearing means to look after the animals, to take care and look after the animals such as sheep, goat, buffalo, cow, etc. They people are engaged in sheep rearing or the other cattle such as cow, goat, buffalo, either for the they connected with the industries who are manufacturing the wool or who are engaged in the dairy product. Then mining industries. As the mountains are made up of rocks, it is rocky. So each rock contains some kind of mineral. So being a large reserves of mineral, or mountains are rich in mineral reserves, so they are the attraction of mining industries. Next one is hydroelectric power to generate the electricity. We generate the electricity with the help of water. as mountains are the source of most of the rivers. So those rivers are not only beneficial to produce the electricity, to generate hydroelectricity, but also they supply ample water for the irrigation also. So in this way we can see that the life either is, no doubt, is easy on plains, but mountain is also not less advantageous. So this is about how the life of people on the plains or on the mountains. Here we have completed the chapter.